you going? It's the Cartridge Game Geeks here. That's Justin.
That's Trent. And we're going to be dissecting a little robot named Bob.
Bob.
He's a cool guy.
He's a cool guy.
It was released in 1993 by Electronic Arts, who at the time were making a hell of a killing in the gaming industry. At least for me. Because they had Road Rash, that series I loved, Mutant League Football, that we're going to have to do sometime.
That's if we get a copy of it.
Hint, hint, drop in the comments. And this guy, Bob. And what has gotten Bob into a side-scroller of this nature? What's he gotten himself into, dude?
He's going on a date with his girlfriend and crashes into an asteroid.
Dumbass.
Filled with many foe, which contains 40 levels.
Well, it's 40 levels, a whole lot of foes, a whole lot of obstacles, and everybody's out there to kill you. If there's anything I'm going to say about Bob, that dude is dedicated.
Definitely dedicated.
Oh yeah. Well, enough of us babbling about facts and everything like that. I bet I know what you want to see. I know you want to see the game.
Gameplay. And let's go.
Let's go, baby! And just as a pro tip, this one was released on both the Super Nintendo and the Sega Mega Drive. Or Genesis in America. We're playing the Mega Drive version. Just for the completionists at home. Look how stoned he looks. It's like, derp. Oh!
What I don't understand is, why is an average robot going on a date with a gun strapped to his friggin' arm?
I don't know, he might have had a flamethrower attached to it and they were going out for steak, I don't know.
Alright, well,
alright, and there he is standing there in his John Travolta pose. And here we go. Oops. Crashed his car, but now he's got to get out of this jam. Let's go. I love the soundtrack in this, man. It's just so groovy.
The sound effects are good. I like the images.
Yeah, graphics are really good. This first level, it sort of reminds me of a mixture between maybe these are both Sonic the Hedgehog 2 levels, Chemical Plant, and maybe maybe Oil Ocean or Launch Base from Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Now this part you really have to remember. You grab the pipes to go across your little zappy laser stuff. And you hear that noise?
Listen to that sound. We're going to go over something else later that doesn't have any metal in it. And you might think, oh, what the hell? When we come to it. But
it's on level 2.
You'll see. You'll see when we get there.
The gameplay is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not great, like, you know, when you're coming off the poles, you can't just jump, you have to press down.
Yeah, that's a bit annoying. Unless you're sort of bred into that instinct. But speaking of instincts, there's one thing that really grinds my gears about this game is the crouch mechanics that they got going on. Instead of what I'm used to, at least, is pressing down and then letting go, and then you get back up.
You have to press down to go down and up to get up.
That's a bit retarded, but I can see what they're sort of trying to do. But I think it would be the worst if you accidentally slide your finger across the down key and you're surrounded by a whole bunch of bros.
Well, it's not really consistent because when you press the up button, he aims his gun up, you release the button, and he puts it straight back down.
Yeah.
Not very consistent, but
I guess
what are you going to do?
I guess the mechanisms, I guess, is the job done, but it needs a bit of work, especially in some of the consistencies, because I don't remember the toggle thing being present in any other game, at least that I played. I always remember having to hold it down to crouch instead of letting it go. I don't like the looks of this place. That's what she said.
Yeah, at the start of the levels and at the end he says queer lines like, yo, Can do it.
No.
Yo, can do.
No. What's the best is some of his moves. That bro's got dance moves, dude. Oh yeah.
What the hell? Makes no sense.
Oh, who cares about sets?
Alright,
Video game.
back to the pole grabbing part.
Have a listen.
Now this is a vine.
Have a listen. Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Hey, vines. Last time I checked, you didn't have metal in them.
I don't think
Someone wasn't thinking.
I don't think metal on organics sounds quite like that.
No.
And it's same for the ladders. The ladder. The ladder.
This is a DNA
effect.
helix thing going on.
Always the same thing.
Or it could be his joints moving. Could be getting a bit of rust. That's why he was out going out for a date with the girl to try and get back into action.
Get rid of some of that dust.
Yeah, get his joints moving again. Yeah. Ooh.
This is one of the weapons you can collect.
Yeah.
Flamethrower.
Yeah. It makes you feel like a badass, and it's even transcended into modern games. Like I'm gonna bring this up to mind as the latest Call of Duties. They've got flamethrowers and you can torch people with them. It's cool.
Ready? Oh, yeah. Totally.
Headbag it.
And what?
Is this a throwback to like Star Trek or something?
Beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah, we had to.
Basically, you just keep going through these levels.
Yeah, they get progressively harder and harder. Typical side-scroller stuff.
And if you notice at the bottom of the timer, a lot of the levels, when you get further and further up, it comes right down to the line on that time limit. No matter how many times you've played it or that level, it gets hard.
Yeah. Sure, I'm all for games with a good progression, but when you get a timer that's just flat out unreasonable and just randomly blinks out, it's just not cool. Because actually, I think it's very poorly placed. In my opinion, I reckon it should be at the top. That way you can sort of pay more attention. Because it's at the bottom, you'll just be like, whatever. But then I'll probably be willing to bet that the timer will come back to bite him in the arse. He's melted.
I'm history. He didn't get back to his date on that one because the video's on that side, obviously.
Yeah, we know. But yeah, screw directionals.
Get a load of this place.
Yeah.
Get a load from this place. That's what she said.
Oh, jeez. That's awful. Just awful. Yeah, Trent's pretty bad.
Alright, anyway, that's the gameplay.
That's pretty much all we have to say for the game, but if I'm going to do a bit of a throwback, at least it's got the common courtesy to...
That's also one thing I have to mention. How you can get sucked up into the wall and power back up. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, watch. Get a bit...
I'm getting a bit, how you going? I want to get back up there. I want to get my health back. But now you can. There you go.
Charged. That's the best thing about being a robot, man.
Yeah, I wish I could do that. That means I'll be able to move everywhere and never sleep.
Whoa!
I'll tell you what, it's one good use of the timer. At least you can actually see it. Not like an old Godzilla game for the NES where it would just randomly blink out.
Come up when it thinks it's...
It's like, you're gonna win? Where's the plug at? Where's the plug at? Pull the fucking thing out.
Alright, that's the gameplay.
That's pretty much all we have to say after the game, or else we'll be repeating ourselves.
So, anyway.
What do we think about Bob?
What's the verdict of Bob? I think it's got good gameplay.
Yep.
It's got good images.
Oh, it's definitely very pretty. As all EA games were at the time.
How many controllers should we give it out of 5?
For game control, I'd be willing to give it a 3 because it's very typical of a lot of games at the time. Like, it plays very similar to Golden Axe if you ever played that. But one thing that still throws me through a loop to this day is the crouch toggle. I bloody hate that. Because it's the worst when you get off a ladder, then crouch, then find out there's a whole bunch of bros coming after you, and then you can't get back up.
You can't get up properly.
It's lame.
I say.
What about you?
I say 3.
You're in the same?
Yeah.
Copycat. I'm just pointing a chain, dude.
But
how's it look?
once again, I think it's great. I think it looks good. It's got good colours. It's got really structured level.
Yeah.
I think it's worth a 4.
I'm in the same boat as you too. Yeah, I copied him. No, it was very typical of a lot of EA games at the time. They were having very good graphics. And if you need proof of all this, look at, in particular, Road Rash 2 or Road Rash 3. Go back to our Road Rash 2 review. An adaptation or a link will be somewhere. And have a look between Bob and Road Rash. They both look very, very good. Very pleasing to the eye and don't sort of make you go, ah, my eyes, somebody gouge them out with a fork. So, it's very comedic, very colourful, very bright, and I think it looked very good, very primitive at the time. It was cute. So I'm giving it a big ol' 4.
Okay.
So overall, what do you reckon? I'd give it a 3 overall. It's
Definitely.
good. It's good. A very strong 3. It's good, but it ain't great, to be brutally honest.
Because we don't do none of that half shit here. It's
we don't.
full or nothing.
It's all or nothing.
So yeah.
So that's it.
I think 3 is a fair number to give it.
Well, we'll both give it a very solid 3 stars out of 5 for our little, so far, dateless robot named Bob. And that'll conclude it for this episode. Feel free to give it a comment or a like or even a favourite if you want to. And if you like what you see and any of the other episodes you've seen, click that old subscribe button up there somewhere. You won't regret it. Anyway, we've been the Cartridge Game Geeks. That's Trent.
That's Justin.
And we are gone. Pea soup.